Think social media is your brand's most important platform? Think again. In today's episode of How to Market an Athlete, we'll be discussing your greatest asset, your website, and whether working with a web development company is worth it. If you think that social media is your brand's most important platform online, think again. Surely your social media accounts matter to your brand's success, but that's not the only platform you should be worried about. You need to put in as much effort as you do on your website. Hey guys, welcome to Creative. Here we use our passion for the game to change the game. Every week we talk about solutions that can truly change the business of sports. And in today's episode of How to Market an Athlete, we'll be taking a closer look at your website and why you should definitely work with a web development company. Revolutionize the game, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future. In our first episode of How to Market an Athlete, we analyzed Tom Brady's brand TB12 and the platforms he uses online. One of the things we took a look at is his website and its overall web design. Now, if you've been watching our little series, you probably observed an overarching theme of valuing design. And in today's episode, we'll go a little deeper into its importance to your brand's success. What your website has to do with branding. During the first few years of the internet, websites are, more often than not, used to sell products for e-commerce purposes. But because of how much we've evolved as consumers, experts discovered new opportunities for branding. And before any of us can even wrap our head around the idea, well-known brands and even elite athletes started creating their own websites. Of course, because the internet can easily be accessed by anyone in the world, it didn't take long for the market to be saturated. Now websites and other e-commerce platforms are just part of our normal life. We see it every day, and some of us interact with it almost every day as well. Ultimately, almost everyone uses a website to market themselves or their business one way or another. And we become so desaturized to it as a consumer that we started to ask for more. If brands want our attention, they need to step up their game. Personal brands were able to pick the opportunity pretty quickly because websites are, at its core, interactive. They need to invest a little more to create a connection between them and their user. How true is this? Well, a recent study has revealed that the overall design and satisfaction a website brings to a user positively affects their intentions, meaning they have a higher chance of remembering you or going back to your site if they had a fun time using it. Additionally, the same variables affect the user's purchasing intent and overall feeling towards the brand. Now, what does it actually do for you as an athlete? Well, besides obvious of selling merchandise and giving your fans another platform they can enjoy, there's actually a lot that a well-designed website can do for you. So how does it help an athlete's brand? Now, in our previous videos, we explored how platforms like social media and your website can be used to create and maintain relationships with your target market, especially when you already have a well-established following like an athlete. With a great site, you can turn the attention you've been getting from your games into something more productive. Say, for example, you decide to first work on your personal brand in your official website. You work with designers and a few brand consultants that tell you you should share your story to your fans through the website. Add a couple content around your background and your career so far. And let's say a prospect fan checks you out and maybe your SEO strategy leads them to your site and they realize you guys actually have a lot in common. The result? Your site has made you more likable to a prospective fan, which then increases the chance of them becoming loyal supporters. Take, for example, TB12's website. While the site mainly focuses on the service of the brand and its other offers, the colors and overall design of the site remain similar to Brady's team. This gives fans the sense that nothing really changed and Brady is only offering them a slice of his recipe for success. Great training and well-balanced diet. And loyal supporters are the key to catching the attention of valuable sponsors. Keep in mind that because of the growing importance of digital marketing in today's industry, Companies want to work with athletes that have a solid presence online and a loyal following that's active online as well. Now, another thing that a well-developed website can do is assist you in building the ultimate fan experience. Like we mentioned earlier, great interaction leads to great connection. If you give your fans the ultimate experience of getting to know you through your well-designed website, you build a stronger relationship with them, which of course results in fan loyalty. Ultimately, websites have the power to take that attention you've gained in your career and nurture them into something productive that you can use in the future. So, do you go with website builders or web development? So, definitely, having a great website matters. And if you need a little refresher on what makes a great site, check out our original blog linked below. Now, how do you actually get a website? There's actually two ways of doing this. Working on a website builder platform, working with a web development company. Web builders are tools that allow its users to create their own website using pre-made templates. Builders like Wix and Shopify offer clients with all of the tools that they need in order to create their own site, from templates down to additional widgets. Most builders have drag and drop features that allow you to create a professional looking site without the need of coding. Ultimately, it's a great tool for normal people who barely have any background on web design or coding in general. Now, what about web development companies? Well, they're basically a group of professional web designers and developers that help businesses and other clients like yourself to create their own site. Unlike web builders, wherein you still have to do all the work, though it'll be a relatively easier process. Web development companies take the project off your hands and give it to their well-trained professionals. All that you have to do is to meet with them semi-regularly to discuss your wants and needs. Now, which is the best way to go? Of course, working with a web development company, and here's why. Achieving greatness. Behind every great website you've probably seen or visited are long hours of discovery sessions. The reason why most businesses don't just stick by website builders is because it doesn't come with intensive research. Website discovery is the phase wherein designers as well as business analysts conduct their research needed to build the website. It often includes competitive analysis, creating customer profiles, and even long discussions with you, the athlete. A project manager will meet with you to discuss what you really want to achieve with the site, and the list goes on. Once all of the major information needed has been gathered, it will all be used to build your website. Not only does this stage act as the foundation of your site, but it practically explores the ways it can satisfy the client's needs and users' needs. See, while it's true that you, the site owner, will have the final say on what it looks like, it's your end users that will determine the site's success. And because admittedly, both the brand and the end user have different needs, it only makes sense that both parties are studied. There's no denying that building a site alone is hard work, not to mention that when you're building a solid brand for yourself, ensuring that it matches your overall identity takes the difficulty up a notch. But when you have professionals by your side, like a solid web development company, things will be much easier. We hope you guys loved today's video, and if you want to learn more about the great solutions that can truly change the game, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. It really helps out the channel. Now, this is Zach with Creatitive, where business is our sport.